Pasuma máa wọlé, mi kàn máa wọlé, a máa ṣe ọmọ Ọlọ́run bọ̀. Ọlọ́run sẹ́yìn land of Goshen cathedral ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run ẹ fojú ọmọ Ọlọ́run gbò wá. Don't use my look judge me. Ìkà ni mí lóòótọ́ wọ́n ṣèkà fún mi ní. Àdíjọ́ tó ti bí mi láti ṣèkà fún mi. Ẹjọ́ tó Ọlọ́run mo fọlọ́run bẹ̀yìn ẹjọ́ a máa pàfọ́ọ̀mù orin ògo làwọn áńgẹ́lì ń kọ ọwọ́ mi mímọ́ mo wọ bàtà mímọ́. Hello people. So, we'll see nǹkan tó wrong. There's nothing wrong if Portable will be performing at a church. Emphasis on the word perform. He is paid 5 million naira. Again, what's the wrong? But hey, that church would have instrumentalists too. We'll have choir members who can minister. You know, any church, we normally use the word minister. You minister to souls because you want to make impartations. When people like Portable headlines a show, the intent or purpose is to do what? To entertain. Again, nothing is wrong in entertainment. When you now invite Portable and Paso, I don't even know how much Paso will be paid. Portable has revealed he's paid 5 million naira to perform, not minister, perform in a church. For me, I've never believed that we should take whatever is going on in church seriously before. So it's not as if this one will now be new or different. So forget, I'm not here to comment about Portable. Apart from Portable, even those gospel artists, should I call them gospel ministers or gospel artists? Emphasis on the word brands. We call them brands. So I won't mention it because they are brands. When you invite gospel artists or gospel ministers, you also pay them honorarium, isn't it? Yeah, they are paid to come and perform. To come and minister. My only interest is this. If you bring somebody from outside, maybe because they have greater anointing, I don't know what that means, but because they are famous. I was a member of Redeemed Christian. In fact, I was an assistant pastor at a point, Some of you heard the story before. You will have instrumentalists in the church. They don't even have all the instruments yet. You'll be making them contribute. After that show, after that, we want to have an anniversary. We want to have this or that. You make the members contribute. But you want to bring somebody from outside. That person is not coming to bless or add to the church. It's coming to take. Why is it that we find it so easy to pay somebody because they have become popular with their crafts, even though it is in church that they are coming to perform or minister? But you have people who are also in your choir, in your church, immediate church, and it will be difficult to improve them, to give them such money. Who among, I'm not now being specific, I'm generalizing, it's not about the Celestial Church. Artists or secular musicians coming to perform in church is not new. If you are familiar with Celestial, this man's church, Genesis, Pasuma goes, in fact, right there is where small doctor worships directly at Genesis Parish of Celestial Church. It's not a problem. Someone has gone there to perform before. Not new. And so on and so forth. Not a problem. You can entertain members of the church. Depression is real. Make people happy. It heals them psychologically. Yeah, a lot of people can receive healing just by saying Portable in church. And don't be grief, what don't be depression, what you won't even need to lay hands on them for deliverance. They'll be fine. A lot of people are going through a lot in this country, but the question I have is, what is Portable singing that choir member in your church is not doing better? And have you for once appreciated that chorister in your church? Or do you even squeeze them? Portable does not pay tithe or offering, no. But you have members of your church you are squeezing from. Tithe, offering, donation, special levy, convention levy, go fishing levy, this levy, that levy. You now pack all this money. Portable has never given one offering in your church before. Will now come and collect it. And you think that chorister will be happy? You think that instrumentalist is happy? I will believe that this particular church in question at least has done something like this or more for their choristers, for their choir members, for their instrumentalists. For this to warrant that you can now say, okay, yes, confidently or conveniently, paying Portable will not be an issue therefore. Because normally you do it for your choristers. But if you have not been doing it, and it only makes sense that it can only be done when it is Portable or another popular artist from outside, then the church needs to start looking inwards. Introspect. What are we doing? What are we doing? What can we do better as a church? You see that when somebody comes to say, oh, my house is far, that's why sometimes I come late. And to be carrying instrument and coming back is not easy. You say, no, you don't complain. Have you thought of giving that person 1.5 million to buy a manageable car? An instrumentalist in your church. Yeah, you deserve to have a car. You come from that distance, you have a family, coming and going. No, it's not easy. Oh, okay, let's see what the church can do. You need a car. Now, Portable has displayed online how much cash he has already received as we speak. And we have lost count of how in pounds, dollars, euros, naira in millions that he has been collecting from shows. But that's not enough. The church still wants to give him 5 million naira. I can't teach you how to spend your money. And I'm not talking to the church. I'm talking to the chorister. Go and improve yourself. Instrumentalists, go and improve yourself. Let them pay before they get your service also in church. Ẹ jẹ́ káwọn náà sanwó kí wọ́n tó lè rí yín ní church. And now, Portable will collect that 5 million naira and go to the next place. You are there every Sunday. You are there every time. Is that not a mockery to your face? Are they not mocking you already? They are mocking you. Your pastor is making mockery of you. Your church is making mockery of you. They are devaluing. They are saying you have no worth. If they need to pay 5 million naira to go and bring somebody from outside to come and perform in the church, and yes, they won't give you money. Instead, they want to squeeze you to pay more. Your own reward is in heaven. And that's why you're more rich. Your reward is in heaven, but pastor keeps buying jets. Pastor keeps buying jets, but your own reward is in heaven. Now so easy to brainwash you rich. Now so easy. Now so your brain they low rich. Where you know if you think. There's nothing wrong. Portable is doing his job. He's performing all along. But if you are an instrumentalist in that church, a chorister in that church, an usher in that church, and your church has never for once said, if you are family, you are hopping on buses every time to come to church and to go back home. They look at you and they'll say, yeah, brother, Have you paid your tithes? Yet, Portable who has not paid a penny to that church will just come and pack money and go. And yet you will remain in that church. And you think you are serving God. Oh, you think it is Christ speaking through that pastor to be using you that way? Ọmọ ẹ gọ̀, oní kó ṣáà ti má kú, kí ló máa pa tẹ́lẹ̀ tí kò bá ń ṣàgọ̀? Jára ẹ o. Except if that church, only if that church is taking care of choristers, ushers, all workers. Otherwise, if I were to be in that church, mo ti kúrò ńbẹ̀. Yeah, mo ti kúrò. I didn't tell you my experience before. There was one pastor, assistant pastor, no ma fi ń ṣe every time. For several years, the only thing they do to him is transfer him. I don't want to mention his name because he has children, they are now grown-ups. They may not be happy to hear their, but I'll share the story all the same. After all, you don't know the person, but they know themselves. They always transferred the man. They never promoted him to a full pastor before. Only assistants to others. They will only be changing him to who he assists. The reason is he wasn't educated. A new person will join the church today because he's a graduate, he has a job, he has car. They will rush him, school of discipleship, workers in training, baptismal class, blah, blah, blah. In less than a year, that person becomes a pastor. They will now make the person, this man who has been an assistant pastor for several years, they will now transfer him to go and become assistant under that new person. And I was monitoring the trend. I was monitoring the trend. Okay. At a point, called myself to say, well, I needed to go to school. I didn't have money. I was running a part-time program at Lagos State Polytechnic. Part-time then, before I went to eventually to University of Lagos. Then, within church, they have Redeemers University for Nation, but no welfare package for us. No concern for members of the church who want education but can't afford it. But Redeemed Church has Redeemers University for Nations. Then we started kicking. Oh yeah, now, how can the church help us? They gave us workers in training for free so that it can be useful to the church. Baptismal class, free. Yeah, of course, you only pay for manual. You pay for manual. Yeah, you pay for manual. Doctrinal class, doctrinal teaching is free. Sunday school teacher is free because, of course, they render free service. You also collect Sunday school for free. They only give you trainings to be useful to the church for free. Even your Sunday school manual, you go buy now. But what will help you in your self-development, like education, is not free. Redeemers University for Nation is one of the most expensive. It's not free. But our church get them. And our church money they take run them. Do you get? So one day I now told myself, do you want to end up as assistant pastor so? They only end up transferring you to go and be doing assistant here and there. They will never make you a full pastor because you don't have BSc. To become full-time pastor in many churches today also comes with academic qualification. You can always come back. In fact, you can decide to join any church later. It's just like every other service. You join police corps, you join any civil service without education. Of course, there's a ceiling to the rank you can climb. There's a ceiling. But if you come in with education, you go meet people for service and they go carry you above them already, and you go see the get rapid promotion. Just they go for courses. I'm not talking to the church, I'm talking to members. Jarael. Jarai. You know, I've not mentioned anybody's name. I don't know you. You don't know me. But the message is important. Jarai. As a chorister, if your value is not appreciated, go and improve your skill. Work on your promo. Work on your own popularity too. Start collecting 5 million. Before your pastor will, if your pastor sees you next Sunday in church for free, while he has paid Portable 5 million naira the previous week, then you have to call yourself to ask yourself a question. Are you okay? Are you okay? They say you are working for heaven. Why are they not working? Why are they not waiting to get to heaven themselves before they build mansion and buy jets? Why are they not waiting to get to heaven? So it makes you doubt that the heaven truly exists. They created it as a mental function. They just created, hey, heaven, you are going to heaven. They put it in your head. You start fantasizing it. Intellectual masturbation. It doesn't exist in real. Because if it does, why would they want to enjoy the earth and they don't want to die? Pastor with bodyguards to prevent him from going to that heaven, that paradise. Why you no want to go now? I'm not there here to come abuse anybody. I just want to come open our minds. Freedom is priceless. Free yourself from all trappings of religious manipulations. Until you do that, all the best. Shegun Lo is my